Greetings, Lux lovers. Welcome back. Here we believe in intentional luxury and we're not afraid to invest in pieces that will work for us. So if that resonates with you, then please consider subscribing and stay a while. And before I start this video, I just want to share that my bag of the day is my new Mini Kelly in chèvre leather and in the color menthe. I have been wearing this baby non-stop ever since I got her, and she is just a joyful addition to my collection. Check out my special order video. So I really enjoyed making this resolution prediction type of video for 2024, and I legit tried to live by it all year long. I'll link to the original video below, but I wanted to record this new video for 2025 and also take a look back of where I kept my resolutions and where I simply caved. I feel like this type of video really sets the intention for the rest of the year, and maybe it will help you in your own decision making. So let's begin. When I think about my look back in 2024, I am happy to report that I did buy a Hermès piece from the Be My Love collection while I was in Paris, and I purchased my interlocking Be My Love rings from the Place Vendôme boutique, and I just am so happy with these. I wear these all the time. My biggest critique is that sometimes they'll like come apart and they'll look like that on my fingers, but overall I just think that they're so easy. I do love that they come apart, and I'm glad that I went with the solid and the pavé version. Eventually I probably will add a full pavé, but probably not this year. As for a classy work bag that I was looking for, I did end up buying the Chanel 19 East-West tote, and I unboxed that very early last year, but I think it was a fantastic choice for a work bag that would hold a laptop. Another one of my resolutions was adding more color to my collection, and boy did I deliver. And nothing kicked this off more than my new Kelly 25 in Bare Vertigo that I added in April. And when it rains, it pours, because I added even more bags of color into my collection in the colors menthe, mushroom, and of course, Bare Cypress. So I'll go over all of those when I film my bags that I added in 2024, so stay tuned for that. I previously thought that I wouldn't add anything else in the Sean Donkra design, but I definitely caved when I came to this one. I bought a lot from that pattern into 2024. First is this silver ring that I bought while I was in Paris, and then I bought my Farandol 120 centimeter silver necklace in March, and I love that, and it is a very rare piece, so I just had to jump on it. And then I also bought things like my Sean Donkra ready to wear t-shirt, which just has that pattern all over it. I was, however, able to limit my Kelly buckle pieces, and I think the only thing I added with the Kelly buckle detail was this doré double tour bracelet. Oh yeah, and of course my actual Kellys, my Kelly 25 and my Mini Kelly. But of course we'll make an exception for those. But I did successfully resist Kelly buckles on other things like accessories, such as belts and shoes. I did end up making good on my resolution to use my bags more, and I feel like a large part of this was due to my reorganization of my closet. I basically made it easier for me to help my bags be more grab and go by just taking them out of their boxes, keeping them in their dust bags, but making it more readily available. So just having them ready to grab and go made it extremely easy for me to use them more. I'll link to some key storage and display pieces that I bought that helped me put them at the ready. And you can also leave a comment if you want me to go more in depth about how I've revamped my closet. I did end up buying some pieces from Louis Vuitton, which I didn't think I would, and one was my pre-loved baggy PM in the denim monogram, and also my Kirigami card holder, and one piece that I don't think I've shared yet on this video from the Color Mania collection. So I really surprised myself with how much Louis Vuitton I bought, and I also bought, surprisingly, a lot from Chanel, which I didn't think I would. I started off the year buying my Chanel 19 tote, and then later on I bought my Chanel 22 small tote in burgundy, which I love, and also my 19A Chanel Gold Croc wallet on chain. Chanel had a pretty strong showing in 2024, however they were all pre-loved pieces. And I think the only thing new I bought was my bracelet from Chicago. And over the year I didn't buy any Dior or any Loewe. I really thought I would add something from Prada or YSL, but it just didn't happen this year. And this may continue on into 2025. However, every time I go into Prada, I fall in love with another bag. and I just want to share some pictures of a shoulder bag that they have that I tried on and I really liked it. It gives me Balenciaga Rodeo bag vibes, but I could see this looking very dated very quickly in the future, but these rocker vibes are so cool. It has mixed metals, it has the bag charms all over it, but I think I'll just appreciate it in the time we're in now. And last, I totally called it. Last year, I predicted that in 2024, I would get 2 quota bags, and I totally did. First, I've talked about my birthday bag that I got, my Kelly 25, and then squeaking in right at the end of the year, my special order came in, and I know that there's a lot of confusion about the rules of how many quota bags you can get a year. I do think that I got 2 quota bags from the Madison store simply because one of them was a special order and they like had to release it to me. In my local boutique in the suburbs, they are sticking to 1, so they wouldn't give me 1 in December. But that just means I'm gonna come knocking on their door early this year to put in my wish list. So after a 2-year quota bag drought, I was able to get 2 quota bags in 2024. Back then when I made that video, I had no idea I would take a trip to Paris, and I never would have guessed that I would add 3 new Hermes bags and 1 wallet on chain from that trip alone. So not a bad track record. So let's talk about my 2025 predictions. In general, in terms of Hermes, I feel like we're going to see that Hermes M'Adore design everywhere. And we've already seen it pop up in bags and belts and also the Berenia perfume bottle. And even actually on my necklace, this is the Clou Dash necklace that I unboxed that came from the Beauty Luxe Lover Lover. And so, yeah, I just feel like we're gonna see this design in everything. It's going to be like the new Sean D'Ancre. And studs in general are just big. I think we're gonna see studs everywhere. Thankfully, this isn't something that really speaks to me a lot. If you like studs on leather and bags, start scooping them up. I also feel like we're gonna see a lot more straw and raffia, and maybe more metallics. Ever since Hermes came out with the doré color, I think metallics just might be something that we see with other brands as well. And what's interesting is Hermes has a color called platine that I've only seen in these shoes here, but it's like a beautiful champagne-y gold. So I really hope that we see more of this color. I can't imagine they would only make this color for these 1 pair of shoes. So again, I'm hoping we see more of this platine color in the future, and I'm here for it. When it comes to my wish list, and even my non-wish list for 2025, I feel like I've been so blessed in 2024 with all the bags that came my way, and I'm feeling pretty content. Now, that's not to say that I'm at purse peace necessarily, but I feel like there are very few things that I feel like I absolutely need. And with the addition of finally getting a mini Kelly in my collection, I kind of feel like I'm in a good place. But as purse lovers, there's always another bag out there. So there are actually a couple things on my 2025 wish list. First, I may buy a Louis Vuitton Murakami piece, and I've done a whole video on my thoughts about the drops and pieces that caught my eye. But I do think that the Cherry Blossom collection speaks to me a little more, so maybe they'll come out with something interesting in that pattern that I might like. I'm also, oddly enough, really into the East-West style, and so I was talking about liking the Row Shoulder Margot bag, or even the Jean Paul Gaultier Shoulder Birkin. I have seen it in person, and it is a big bag, and on my frame, I don't know if I would be able to pull it off, but maybe I'll put in a wish list for the new shoulder Birkin that's coming out. I think it's the 29 centimeter. So we'll see if I'm able to get my hands on one. I didn't buy any Gucci last year, but something always does catch my eye. I really enjoyed looking and trying on these crystal encrusted pieces in store. However, it's very winter appropriate, so it doesn't have a lot of legs outside of the season, but I do foresee a lot more rhinestones in my future. So put a pin in that because we'll come back to that. And I was also really pining over the Fendi baguette in that metallic champagne gold. It was so beautiful. However, there's something keeping me from making the jump to buy this bag. However, I do really love their crystal encrusted baguettes, and I have been eyeing the Harrods exclusive green crystal baguettes that they have. So if I do end up going abroad to London, maybe I will try to track this bag down. In 2025, I don't really see myself buying anything from Bottega Veneta, nor anything else from Burberry, and probably not even anything from Cartier. I did try on the new medium size love bangle, and it was beautiful. I'm just not that into hard bangles. I like my bangles kind of loose and like on chains. And speaking of this, I, of course, in every video I talk about how much I would love to add the malachite 5 motif Alhambra bracelet to stack with the gold one that I wear all the time. Like I said, all my Chanel bags in 2024 were pre-loved, and I am open to more in 2025. However, I don't think I would buy any of the bags from the boutique, but I would possibly add more bags from the 19A collection if I found them at a good price on the pre-love market. And now let's switch to Hermes, which is probably where most of my annual luxury spending budget will go. But first, I'm always interested in more doré pieces, and if they come out with that platine color and other things, forget about it. The mini her bag is definitely in my sight, and I've started seeing it hit the EU websites. So with that, I feel like it's only a matter of time until we start seeing it in boutique and on the US websites. So I'll be looking out for that. And when these pieces are coming in at under $3,000, they are so addictive. I did put my name down for a steel Grand H Apple Watch strap. Surprisingly, these are in short supply. So hopefully they'll make more of them and they'll come in. Is this the year that I'll get a Petite Arsan bag? I don't know. I really like the looks of the mini crossbody version, and I haven't seen a lot of reviews on it. So maybe I'll take a look at one. I don't see myself going to Paris again this year, but I will make a trip to the West Coast. I'll try to make it to the Bellevue Hermes. So if any of you viewers out there have some tips for me, I'd love to hear about them. I'm also going on a cruise this year, and I did see that on my ship there's a Bulgari store. So look out. This might be the year that I add another Serpenti piece to my collection. I may end up getting more Hermes ready-to-wear, or even from the equestrian line, I bought my kind of 1/4 zip sweater, and I love that sweater. So I could definitely see myself adding more pieces because they were just so practical and functional. There's a new color called Vert Bouteille, or bottle green, that I've seen on some dresses, and I'm hoping that they come out with more silk pieces in that deep green color. It is so beautiful. And as for quota bags, I had a very Kelly heavy 2024, so it might be time to swing back around to the Birkins. I would love to add a Birkin in, say, a Vert Cypress, this time not a bright green. And I'm not sure if I would prefer a Birkin 25, which is a size I have and a size that I love, or maybe I would want something like a Birkin 30, which I don't have in my collection, but it is a bit bigger. So I guess we'll just have to see. And of course, I wouldn't say no to another mini Kelly if it came my way, because I can already tell I love this size and model of bag. But I do predict I will get at least one quota bag, probably from my local boutique this year. And this will be a really nice milestone for me because it would be my first from my new SA. As for resolutions, I'm kind of thinking no more Hermes belts. I have barely used the ones that I bought even in 2024 and before that, so I think I need to slow my roll. I did talk about the new ones that have the Medor detail, and I'll see if I can try one on, but I feel like I haven't been using belts as much, at least for the work I'm doing now. And I also don't see myself adding too many more shoes. I bought the Jet sneakers, the Oran sandals, the Santorini sandals, the Chypre sandals, so I feel like I have plenty of Hermes shoes for all the purposes I need. I probably also won't be adding any more of the cashmere silk shawls or the silk 90 by 90 scarves. I have plenty of those, and I really want to start styling my scarves more. And also, I did make good on my no tableware resolution last year, although I did recently obviously add the tea box, but that was a gift. And I don't even know if we call that tableware. I guess we do. That will also probably carry through. And I'm also going to still try to not get sucked into the YouTube hype or just buying for YouTube. I'm also going to try to not buy as many double tour bracelets because at some point it just gets to be so many. And this also might be the year that I clear out my closet to make way for new items. So let me know if you'd be interested in me doing a vlog sale. And similar to last year, I will continue to resolve to use my bags and to use my scarves. I really enjoyed wearing my bags to my local coffee shop and Trader Joe's, and that's basically most of what I do every week. So I'll continue that in the new year. Follow me on Instagram if you'd like to see my bag of the day shots that I do regularly. So thank you to those who've stayed with me to the end. Let us know in the comments what your luxury resolutions are. I welcome you to follow me on Instagram if you'd like to see more of how I style my luxury items in my day-to-day and other luxury moments. If you've enjoyed this video, I invite you to go down the rabbit hole that is my luxury chit-chat video, and I'll leave that link here. Please like it if you liked it, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!